I've noticed that a lot of people fail to realize that they have something called the baggage of life, and they fail to recognize that every time they indulge in that addiction, every time they fail to recognize that they're fat as fuck when they look in that accountability mirror, every time they go out their way to cause an issue, to invoke and withdraw a problem from their mediocre, joke, flamboyant, piece of shit, bitch consciousness. Now understand that if you're moving through life as a fucking problem instead of solving them, you're really just a bitch. And if you can't respond with ability to the baggage of life that you walk around with, and to pretend like it doesn't exist, like you're not fat as shit, like you're not addicted to a whole bunch of shit, like you don't have moves in your life that you need to make to have a better life in experience that you only get once, and this one time, this one occurring phenomenon called life, this existence that God has blessed you with, to diverge your will and to integrate it into the fucking universe, to cosmically will what the fuck you want, and to manifest that, and to move what you want to move in the direction you want to move it to will what you want out of life. And a lot of people fail to recognize to do that, you need to respond with ability to your responsibilities that you actively fail to respond to when you look in that accountability mirror and see that you got rolls hanging off your fucking belly, you pumpkin looking bitch. When you fail to recognize that you're drinking away trying to escape your reality, you're hitting the vape and you're burning holes in your lungs like a fucking cavity. And you're over here acting like you're depressed, but the only thing is your mindset, which is a fucking tragedy, and you're moving through life like a fucking calamity. So you can either man the fuck up and you can look at life and understand that it's about conquering, it's about dominating. When you look at history, the people who have power dominated, the powerless, the migraines of existence to cause a headache to God because they're so fucking weak, and to be aware of their fucking existence in your existential awareness is just a fucking catastrophe because they're so fucking weak. And then they're electromagnetically postulating and emitting this bitch frequency into the environment to contaminate everyone with their mediocrity instead of looking at the person in the mirror and taking accountability for that fat piece of shit. So before you go throughout life without realizing that you have moves to make and you need to disintegrate whatever is causing you not to make the move, you need to look at yourself and realize you're weak as fuck, and everyone can pick up on that. We're not blind, we have fucking eyes, and the rolls that are popping out of your shirt are very fucking obvious, especially to the ones that you're around all the time. And to pretend like it doesn't exist, to pretend like, oh, don't judge me, when we always judge you and you judged yourself. And the reason you say don't judge me is because you judged yourself and they came to the conclusion you don't want to be judged because you're disappointed in what the fuck you see. So before you try to project like it doesn't exist into the external world, you should clean up your internal environment and then externally manifest the body you want through hard work and dedication. And if you don't know where to begin, in the link we have the nutrition plan, and we also have the workout routine, and we also have the habits that will make sure that you can move in the direction you need to move in to become that better individual, to become the individual you always needed, and to succeed and move through life succeeding instead of remaining that fraction, marginal concoction of shit that just conglomerates more shit through time and space, and to continuate the process of being an inevitable failure, and then to compound the failing of the failure through fucking time by neglecting the responsibility of your fucking life, and to pretending to not be aware that you're a fat piece of shit, that you're addicted, out of shape, broke, fractional version of what you could have been. You're fractured. You need to understand that you need to heal, and to heal is to realize the truth and accept it as a deal to go out into fucking life and conquer whatever's conquering you. Because to be conquered and not to conquer is to be conquered. And if you don't comprehend the fucking velocity of being conquered by your lower self, then no wonder you walk around like a fat, out of shape, addicted, broke, fucking downhill slope piece of shit bitch. So you're either gonna look in the mirror and you're gonna understand that you only live once, and please appreciate your life and don't be another one of these vice-fulfilling, self-indicative fucking self-hating pieces of shit that don't love themselves enough to look in the mirror and to take action towards their fucking goal. This is why I have respect for the people that go out their way to actually implement being healthy, to actually implement chasing down their goals, to not leave their dreams in the fucking oven and let it overheat until it's fucking black, and then to feed it to everyone else like that shit doesn't taste like shit. So you're either going to understand that you have something to dominate, and you're going to proliferate, and you're going to incinerate, and you're going to become the individual you always needed by moving with momentum to compound your growth by starting now, or you're going to remain a fucking red-nosed reindeer looking ass clown. So again, you always have the best of mentors, and this fucking online, this modern world has allowed you to have access to these light bringers. We are light bringers. We are the torch bringers, and we will shed the light. And where darkness remains, the light is going to make the darkness fade. And when you hear the message and you don't take action, when you hear the message and you neglect the responsibility of the absolute truth, which is the fucking shit you see in the mirror that you don't even appreciate, because if you did, you wouldn't move through life talking shit about this, hating on your coworkers, being envious and jealous when someone is making better moves than you, being addicted and trying to use these external substances to escape your reality as a source of escapism. Guess what? You can't escape the individual you are, so you need to develop yourself onto the level where you can actually appreciate who you are and admire the person you see in the mirror. And if you can't let the truth help you and grow in life, then the truth is gonna break you. But again, the truth will either make you or break you. And if it breaks you, it's because you're a fucking bitch. So you should probably look in that mirror and not be a bitch, and look at your life and understand that you can integrate and incinerate and proliferate your existential existence, that you can live a higher quality existence. There's nothing different between you and the higher quality individuals of modern society. The only difference is what they know and what they do, what you don't know and what you don't do, but what they became by doing, because no one starts at the fucking finish line. They had to start, and then they compounded like a snowball rolling down the hill. They compounded into an enormous fucking snowball ready to avalanche the truth and break it on these inferior fucking hominids. So you can remember that you only live once, and you need to take action now, or you're gonna remain that low-level piece of shit, inferior bitch, who's gonna remain on the ground, low-level concoction of what the fuck not to be, a perfect example, an inferior example of what we shouldn't be, and that will never succeed in life, and really just recede into that marginal retraction, that retractive, non-active existence that could really, it doesn't even matter. Your existence doesn't matter. If you're not going out into the world and trying to help individuals get to where they need to be in life, actually, like they're actually making moves to get there because you hold them accountable and responsible by holding yourself accountable and responsible, then you're really just a waste of space on earth. And what the fuck are you doing with all this time and energy, the universal currencies that you misuse and just rob yourself out of by not actually taking action and using that time and energy to actually create something into existence, to withdraw that beauty that you hold within your soul and within your heart? And instead of being this conglomeration of shit, just take action and move towards your goal. And if you don't know where to start with your body, because you're out of shape and you look very fucking sloppy. Peace.